Hi everyone, I'm Coraline, I'm 19 and I'm from France. I'm currently an au pair in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm taking care of one baby girl and I'm gonna do the cultural care au pair tag, which means I'm gonna answer 10 questions about the au pair life. Let's go. So first, what inspired you to become an au pair? Two things. The first is going to America has always been my dream and I love working with children. So being an au pair just makes both of them, and now it's perfect. Second one, 3 words to describe the au pair training school. College, Tarrytown, and nationalities. 3. Where do you live and what do you love about it? I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, as I said earlier. I don't like Charlotte. The only thing I love in Charlotte is my host family. That's why I extended 6 months with them. I love them. But being an au pair in Charlotte when you're under 21 is kind of hard because there's nothing to do except going out to the club or the bar. Even if in France I don't drink, I don't mind. Don't drink alcohol because I don't drink alcohol. But here you're refused at the entrance. They won't let you go even if you're not drinking alcohol. So it's kind of hard. 4. What surprised you most about America? 2 things either. First, the American way of driving. It's kind of crazy. They can overtake by the right. They can go right even if the traffic light is red. There's no right priorities. There's just stop at every intersection and it's first arrived, first served. So it's kind of weird. And the second one is the way Americans people are. Like, back in France, I always thought that Americans people were rude and mean. And when I arrived here, Americans were just like so friendly and open-minded and nice and lovely. And if you have any issues, you can go to them and they're gonna help you. You can walk by the street and someone is gonna say, "Hey, how are you doing?" You don't even know this person. They're just so polite. And I don't know, at the airport, in the Uber, everywhere, anywhere, you can sneeze or fail. Someone's gonna help you. Someone's gonna say, "Hey, bless you," and you say, "Hey, thank you." You don't even know this person either. That is awesome. I love that. 5. Favorite and least American food. Favorite, birthday cakes. That is so good. I put birthday cakes flavor everywhere in ice cream, everywhere. It is so good. If you never tried that, you need to try it. We don't have that in France, but I wish I can take all the birthday cake in the world and bring it back to France. And least favorite food is spicy food. In America, they're kind of used to spicy food. They put pepper in it, spices, hot sauce, and I can't. That is too much for me. How many U.S. states have you visited? North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, New York, New Jersey, California. 11. And I'm going to do Nevada, Arizona, California again, but it doesn't count. And Utah. So 14 states. That is good. I never count that. I just go to city I want. Favorite memory with your host family. I have 2 memory. The first one is back to last summer. We went to Charleston for the first time. My host family has a house there, and we went to see the eclipse. And I just felt so good there. The atmosphere, my host family, that was kind of the first vacations together, and that was just cool, and I love this moment. And the second one is back to the moment. It wasn't kind of funny. Now it's kind of funny. In fact, that was last February. We went to Florida with my host dad and my host kids, joining my host mom. And we took the plane for the first time with the baby. And the baby was sick. And she just throwing up everywhere 5 times during the flight. And with my host dad, we didn't sit together. We were like on each side of the way. And I was like just throwing up every napkins I could, apologizing to every passenger in the plane because that smelled so bad. And she was crying, and we were like, oh my god, we were overwhelmed by my whole dad was holding the baby, and he was like, oh my god, what can I do? And I'm like, I don't know. She never stopped throwing up. And then after the flight, we took a Uber, and she had diarrhea in the Uber. And we had 20 minutes driving in the Uber. That was kind of long with that smell. So we were like, oh my god. My host dad was in front seat. I was back seat with my host kid. And I called him, being like, I was whispering to him like that. The Uber driver didn't hear what I was saying. And I said, look at that. And my host dad looked at me, and he was like, he saw my yellow, orange hand. He was like, oh my god. And I'm like, oh my god. On the moment, that wasn't funny at all. But now it's kind of funny. But my host dad is like always scared that he's going to take the plane with my host kid. But it's funny. Now, what is my other question? Best and hardest part about being an au pair. The hardest part is living at your job. That means even if when you're off, you're not completely off because your brain is like, oh, you're still a kid at home. So what I like to do is every weekend I go out one day and I stay at home one day. Usually I stay at home on Saturday. I just stay in my room, sleep all day, watch a movie all day, and go downstairs when they leave home and just go eat and go back upstairs and sleep and watch a movie again. And on Sunday usually I go out and don't want to stay at home at all. The best part of being an au pair is now I know that I have a family away from home. I'm always welcome here, and they're always welcome back to France. You can travel. You're traveling a lot. You change yourself. You learn new languages. You learn new cultures, new values. You discover a new country, and you discover new landscapes. And it's just you meeting new people. It's just so awesome. 9. How has being an au pair changed you? I didn't know that I changed that way, and as much as that changed. Before I went back to France for vacation last March, I went back 1 week in France, and I realized that I changed a lot. I gained self-confidence, independence. My point of view, my vision of life changed. My what I wanted for my future changed. Everything changed about me. And when I get back home, I was so excited to share everything with my family and my friends, and that they gonna share with me what they did. And I talked what I did, and then that was their turn, and they just said, oh, I moved with my boyfriend. And I was like, oh, okay. The fact is that being an au pair 1 or 2 years looks like it's 10 years in your life. And when you go back home, nothing changed, because you changed a lot, because you're alone in a new country, that anything that you used to know, another language, another customs. And when you go back home, you feel different. But nothing changed, and you kind of, oh, okay. And I know that a lot of au pair are not friends with their friends before they leave, because their point of view changed. And I don't want to be stuck at home with my boyfriend, move me with my boyfriend and have a child, and then being stuck for the rest of my life. When I go back home, I want to work because I want to be active, like I am here, and I just want to travel. And I don't have any plan to stay the same hometown where I born. I don't get that. And it's kind of the hardest part to be an au pair, go back home, because you change. But changing is good sometimes, and I feel better than before I left. So I'm kind of scared of going back home for good, because I changed and nobody changed there. And that's why you need to keep contact with other au pairs that you met during your experience. And the last question is, what advice would you give to other young people considering the au pair program? The only advice I'm gonna say is do it. go for it. Don't regret it. Just even if you're in the plane leaving and you're like, oh my god, what am I doing right now? Just, it's an adventure of a lifetime. You're gonna do that once in your life, twice if you're lucky, if you want to do it again. But you get one chance to do that, and just do it. I feel better now that I'm here. Now that I changed, I needed that. I just needed that, and I think a lot of you need that, and just do it. I don't have a lot of advice. Just do it, and be brave, because that's brave. Be brave. Leave everything you have. Leave your comfort. Leave your life, and just start a new one. And it feels so good. It feels so good. Just do it. That was my 10 question, my cultural aupair tag. So hope to see you soon, and I'm gonna put my Instagram just in case you want to see where and what we can do as an au pair. And if you have any question, comments below. Have a good day.